Welcome everybody back to the JV Sports Room. As usual, your host, JDino, the other half of the team behind the scenes, my man Vince.
Yeah.
We back. And as usual, we said in 2022, we're going to change it up. So, for the first time, JV Sports Room going live. Join in, tap in, watch this Cards game against the Rams.
Yes, sir.
Should be a good one.
Yes, sir.
Man, what's going on with these Cards, man? What's going on with them?
Man, like we mentioned, I know Jarvis touched it last week, was since Kyler came back from his injury, he just hasn't looked the same.
It ain't been the same.
And not to mention the Deandre Hopkins injury.
It all happened right around the same time. So it's like, yeah, and I think JJ got hurt at the same time. JJ's back for this game here specifically.
That's going to be huge.
That is. But they had lost JJ and Nuke and Kyler all at the same time.
Yep.
So
it's gonna be a dogfight for them. They're gonna have to get some play from guys. Maybe we see Rondell Moore step up. Christian Kirk's gonna have to step up.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have to get some play from somebody unexpected. For the past couple weeks, it's been a lot of Zach Ertz.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big addition, the trade that the Eagles made.
They've been leaning on him.
Yeah, so
either one of these teams really stand a chance against the BUCS next week, though? What you think?
I think out of the two, man, I think we all probably can agree that the Los Angeles Rams are probably the team that the Buccaneers don't want to see.
Nah, facts. Facts. They can line up all over the field with them. When
they are playing at the level that we know they can play at, they're gonna be hard to beat, man. They're gonna be hard to beat.
And like, just like in the game against Philly, they're gonna, that defense will bring a whole lot of pressure on Kyler Murray and have him scrambling just like he's doing right now. You know what I'm saying? They can't complete a pass at this point in time. They punting again. Touch back on them Eagles though. I mean, what could they have done early?
Like Troy Aikman kept saying, man, get the ball to Devonte Smith, like we saw in the second half. Devonte Smith was eating. Dallas Goedert was eating the whole game. I mean, it was there. It was there the whole time. I think the play calling let us down offensively early. And, until the second half it started to get better. But the other thing was Jalen Hurts didn't play well.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of that was because of the play calling. And then defensively on the other side of the ball, I respect what our defense coordinator was doing, Gannon. But he was just playing too soft a coverage. Just kept giving them easy catches, and then we see the yards after the catch. Mike Evans
and none of those big playmakers that you thought could come into the picture really came to life, man. That it actually spooked me because I thought of you during the game, bro. I wrote this down, man.
What you got?
At right around the 10-minute and 30-second mark of the third quarter, they mentioned how the 21st pick, Jalen.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I heard that too. Yep.
After he dropped the ball on the sideline, and they said, one pick before
Justin
Jefferson. And bro, he made me think you had to write that down here.
I'm telling you guys, every time.
You still have nightmares.
Every time we talk about Justin Jefferson, every time I see Justin Jefferson, I think back to that draft and when we had him in our hands and Howie Roseman chose otherwise. I mean, it hurts. And then going back to last week's show, I'm sitting here thinking about who can step up and make a play. And I think I looked up and I said, maybe Jalen Reagor make a play, and he did the opposite.
You sure did.
He made the biggest.
He flopped, man.
He flopped, man. Stafford,
Odell Beckham.
Odell's back.
Respect him. You can't check him.
Oh, he's hype. He's back in the playoffs. He's hype.
Yeah. That's what it is. He's back in the playoffs.
Yep.
First of all, man, I didn't even get a chance to mention at the top of the show, man. Special MLK Day show right here for you.
Absolutely.
Big shout out Martin Luther King Day.
Cam Akers, welcome back.
3rd and 1.
The playoffs. They're
gonna give it right back to him. 3rd and 1.
Yep.
You know why? Because it's game time.
Who would have thought, man? Cam Akers, Tanya Achilles.
That story is dope, man.
That is amazing.
Much props, man. Much props.
That's
I know
amazing,
we gave him
bro.
props on the last show, but for real, man, much props.
For most running backs, most players, that's That's borderline a career ender, man.
Word.
And to come back in the same season and have a chance to get your team to the next round of the playoffs.
He's a fantasy stud. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah. We'll see how that running back room shakes out going into next season with the addition of Sony Michel in the offseason to replace Cam, but also Darrell Henderson is still.
I don't think we see Sony Michel there next year.
Possibly not.
Yeah,
Possibly not.
I don't think we do.
So you're saying it's a rotation of Cam?
They're gonna go back to what they wanted to do this year with Henderson. Cam and Darrell.
Yep.
Darrell's a good third down back.
He is, man.
He can't hold the whole load. Cam, that's what Cam's for.
Van Jefferson in motion, hand the rock
there go
off.
Cam again. Woo, big run.
Oh, he looks explosive.
Oh, he does, right?
Yikes.
Big run. Oh, flag. No. That hurts.
Got him. Hurts. Shouts out to modern medicine.
Word, right?
Shouts out to modern medicine. Yo, ACL tears ain't the same no more. Like, these guys are coming back early now. Here's a clear sign.
He look good.
That Achilles tears ain't the same.
73 with the hold. That's obvious. Man, that was a good run, man. He gonna get another one. He'll get another one. Yep, I gave it right back to him. Woo! He juking, boy.
That's amazing, bro.
That is amazing. He looks good. He looks good.
He does not look like
he lost a step at all. As a matter of fact, he looks better.
He almost does. He almost does.
Is it safe to say Cam Akers is back?
That's exciting. It's exciting for the dynasty owners of Cam Akers.
Yeah, he could be a real difference maker in these playoffs too, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just, thinking back on what I just said too. Darrell Henderson is in his third year, so he could find himself on another team.
Absolutely.
So it could end up being Cam and Sony.
Yeah, I mean they gave up a lot of capital to get Sony, like you mentioned. Darrell Henderson is in his third year. He was a third-round pick, so he doesn't have any kind of team option or anything like that. So they either gonna pay him, or
and with
he's out of there.
Yeah, and with clog a running back like that, it probably he could be the odd man out. To be honest with you.
I mean, he's shown flashes. He hasn't put it all the way together because of injuries. He's always, he always ends up banged up. Oh, throw it up.
OBJ?
Odell.
That's a good catch.
Tutty.
That's a good catch.
That's a great one.
That's a good one. Single man.
Wow.
Single man coverage.
Hey, like I mentioned.
He went up and got it.
Buccaneer fans. Yeah, I don't want to see these Rams, man.
It could be interesting.
It could be very interesting.
Look at this. Went up and got it. Give me that.
Vintage Odell. That. Vintage Odell.
Yo, word. I like that.
Vintage.
I like what these Rams putting together. Cam Akers.
If they can get that running game going consistently like that, like we just saw,
I think the whole league could be in trouble.
Facts. And
man, don't make me switch up my Super Bowl pick real quick. These guys looking good, right?
I know it.
These guys looking good, man. That's a heck of a catch, man.
That's a heck of a ball too. Perfect placement. DB was out of position. You let your man, your freak athlete Odell Beckham.
At the end of the day, those two guys right there, Odell and Cooper Kupp. But you literally have two number one receivers on your team.
Absolutely.
They put number twos on and defending Odell, but that's unfair. I keep going back to him too, to be honest with you.
And the scary part is it doesn't stop on the other side of the ball. You got some freaks on that side with Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey.
Them Rams are tough.
They match the Buccaneers perfectly, especially these Buccaneers, because no Chris Godwin, no Antonio Brown. You lock up if you put Jalen Ramsey on Mike Evans, bro. You got to focus in on Gronk.
It could be in trouble.
Aaron Donald gonna eat up on the inside.
Jalen can guard Mike Evans, one-on-one.
Absolutely.
I mean, and if he can't, he's still gonna act like he can, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna talk about it probably all week.
Yep.
But yeah, man, I think them Bucks could be in a little bit of trouble, man. They're gonna get that pressure on Brady that he don't quite like, and he gonna, and especially if they do it early
up the middle with Aaron Donald.
Boy.
And we seen last week the offensive line getting banged up. Tristan Wirfs left the game.
Yep.
The center Jensen left the game and came back, but offensive line might not be healthy.
I tell you what.
And now you got to come see Aaron Donald potentially.
Right? Yeah. It's still the first beginning of the game, but look, at the end of the day, you're right, man. Yo, if I'm Brady, I'm scared to see that pressure with my second unit out there. Like, if I don't got my starters out there, I might be handing that ball off a lot more often than you think.
Could have a banged up Ryan Jensen on center. You could maybe they have Tristan Wirfs back, the left tackle. Maybe he's not in there, and that's not what you want going into potentially playing these Rams. Man, shouts out to Mike Evans, man. You know, very under the radar, not under the radar. Everybody knows who Mike Evans is, but man, 8 straight years, 1,000 yards, wide receiver, first ballot Hall of Famer, hands down, Super Bowl champion, going for 2 potentially. Mike Evans is a monster.
And he gets a lot of critique for his, inconsistency, man, because he'll have a lot of dud kind of games.
Right.
But that's literally because, look, at the end of the day, you're playing with a Hall of Fame quarterback. He knows how to win. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to force it to you. When you got double coverage, he's not going to force it to you when it's a bad matchup. He's going to go with like he's been going with obviously up until now. The Godwins up the middle. He's going to take. He's going to go to his PPR guys and he's going to look for that guy Mike Evans more towards the red zone.
But man, no, shouts to Mike Evans, man. He's.
Facts, man.
And the thing about Mike Evans is, for being 6'5", 220, big wide receiver, his route running is great.
It's underrated. It really is. It really
great
is.
For his size,
he's a lot of people think of him as literally just a big guy that goes and gets
big guy, jump ball guy, man.
Nah, but he does more than that. He does more.
He put a couple. He put a couple Eagles defenders in the spin cycle on Sunday.
Yeah, so he did. He had that touchdown run was a nice route as well. Sure. And then it was 1-on-1 on the side. He knocked his man over and took it up the rest of the way.
So we got Kyler back. Let's see if he can respond.
Come on, Kyler, what you got, man? Oh, pressure, boy.
That pressure we talked about.
Is that Von Miller?
That's Von.
He dancing in his face,
That's the pressure we talked about. We just talked about it.
Goodness.
It don't stop.
It doesn't, man. That came quick, too, man.
Yeah, man. Yep. Turnstile them.
What do you have, 3 seconds in that pocket?
Just about. I mean, he couldn't go anywhere.
Kyler. Oh, design trick play.
Trickery?
Okay. James Conner up the
Trickery?
sideline. Okay.
Put a first down.
All right. You got to do what you got to do.
Hey. Cliff Kingsbury came to play, got some trickery up his sleeves, I see.
Hey, they needed that.
That was a 3rd and 16. Yeah.
Looking like they was going to go for a flare on the outside. It didn't look like it was going to work at first. Good trickery. I like that.
Oh, there's a flag on the play.
All right. I mean, I like the trickery, though. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get it done any way they can, right?
It worked. It just... it wasn't legal.
Yeah. Or what we talked about? Game of inches, right?
Game of inches. Yep.
Dang.
Game of
got
inches.
him. When you're down Hopkins, we've noticed they kind of close the season out, running the ball more than anything. And you don't, I mean, I guess you got to establish your run still, but you playing from behind at this point in time. So you gotta open it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's still early. Still early right now. It's not panic time just yet, but we'll see how this drive goes for the Rams, and if they put another 7 points on the board, then I
believe the Cards got the ball first too. So the Rams getting it back at halftime as well. Cards got an uphill battle.
Yeah, especially on the road. You're already down. I'm sure the crowd is hostile. Hostile environment.
Sure, they got to build back a little momentum. They got to build back a little, motivation after that big touchdown by Odell Beckham. All right, so talk to me about a couple of these other games this weekend, man. I mean, let's
start at the first, y'all. Let's start with the Cincinnati, man, them young boys.
Yeah, man.
We talked about it.
I was gonna hold off on the split decisions, but I like that one, man. That was good, man. Joe Burrow looked confident too, right?
He did.
And after the game, he He was just like, I mean, this is what we supposed to do.
He said we celebrated winning the division, but we ain't gonna celebrate this one because this is not our mission.
Yeah,
man, Cool Joe, man.
Yo,
Joe
love it, man.
Cool Joe, man. He just
nonchalant at such a young age, man. I love it, man.
You got to, man. You gotta love what these Bengals are doing, man. I mean, getting everybody involved. We saw CJ Uzomah get involved.
And of course, you know, that boy Jamar Chase, he ain't stopped. What he had 9 catches, 116, Yikes. Something like that, man. And
that's a bad man.
Sorry, J Money, but you say he was gonna get shut down. I ain't see no shutdown. As a matter of fact, he looked like he came to play.
Yep.
He looked right. He looked like he was like, hey man, I need that ball. Like he was going after it.
Yeah. Never in my wildest mind that I think this was in the range of outcomes for Cam Akers to come back after 10 Achilles.
Not this year. I thought he, would have a good chance of coming back, but I literally thought he was going to go in the next season. I had no idea he'd be back this season. And how he's running is ridiculous. Look at this guy.
Look at the speed, man.
Guy. Yo, he's got a burst.
Yo,
but he fumbled. No, he's down. He's down.
He was down by contact.
Yo, he's got a burst.
He looks fast. He looks decisive.
Yeah, he's finding the holes.
Yeah, he knows where his blockers are.
No holding on that one. Look, boom, I'm gone.
That's a different man right there.
Yeah, I like that. He looks good.
Like that sweat.
Man.
So many weapons, man. You getting
They're moving the ball, man.
you get Odell covered, you get Cooper Kupp covered. Tyler Higbee gets you.
You want to know what I think is we've been talking about it for the last 10 minutes, but the biggest thing that's making all of this happen is Cam Akers. Because he's running the ball so well.
Absolutely.
He is opening it up for everybody.
Absolutely. Play action's going to be there.
Look, he's just chilling in a shotgun every time now.
There they go. Now they got him off balance.
Yep. Don't be surprised to see a draw play right now.
Rams look like they're going to be a tough out. They look like they're going to be a tough out. Like you said, they weren't getting this running game like they got right now with Sony. Sony has some games actually. Sony
had a couple games, but I don't think he looked.
But to look like that,
yeah, he looks elusive.
That's different.
That's different. That's something very different from anything the Rams have had this entire season. So, hey man, so outside of Cooper Kupp being the number 1 receiver in the league, it's safe to say, right?
Statistically, yeah.
Statistically,
absolutely. Triple crown winner.
Who's up there in the conversation on that next tier? Who you think?
I mean, you gotta have my guy Devonte Adams.
Okay,
we talked about him. Talked about your guy Justin Jefferson. He's in that conversation.
Okay, so that's top 3 we've mentioned a lot throughout this show this year.
We just mentioned, got to give him his flowers. Mike Evans, throw him in that, in that conversation as well. 8 straight years, 1,000 yards.
What about somebody that we're missing in this game? DeAndre Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins, man. DeAndre Hopkins.
He's still a top 5 receiver in this league.
When healthy, is there anybody better? I mean, probably is, maybe 1 or 2, but he
does it all, right?
He does it all, man. He's a game changer. I mean, I'm sure this game right now is a different story if DeAndre Hopkins is
Facts, man. I think I said that last week when we were talking about this game. I said, man, if he was playing in this game, he'd make a huge difference. But
so consistent for so many years, man. Especially the big thing about DeAndre Hopkins that people don't realize is if you look at the quarterbacks he was able to have these productive years with.
Agreed, man.
I mean, Tom Savage, Matt Schaub,
yeah.
I mean, these guys ain't even in the league anymore.
Yeah, for real. One and dones.
Yeah, so.
No, facts. And he's done it all the way up until now without a real quarterback.
Yep.
Well, actually, he had Deshaun Watson, in Houston. But, yeah, man, shout out to DeAndre Hopkins being consistently great for years, man. You know what I'm saying? He went to the school of Andre Johnson in the first year, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So learned up into that learning tree.
Feel like he gained a lot of his. Well, he came into the league with toughness, but he gained a lot of his swag, I guess, if you will, from Andre. Showed him how to do it that first year, and bro, he came out in that second year and he was something else, right?
He was a part of that original wide receiver U back when it was Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Clemson used to be the wide receiver U, and then now LSU took over that.
Yep.
Let's see what we got. What, 3rd and 2?
They're going straight to that guy cup, boy.
Yes, that's the third guy. That's the third down man right there.
Man.
Cooper
Safety
Kupp.
blanket, boy. You don't get much better than that in the NFL. Odell.
That's the other guy.
Wow. He's eating, bro.
Yikes.
Oh, man. Well, I said it. Why wouldn't you keep going back to him, right? I mean,
that's what you brought him here for.
Right?
That's what you brought him here for.
Yo, Jay Money said earlier in the season that he don't think he could make up for Robert Woods' 19% snap count.
Man, get out of here.
You know,
we're talking about Odell Beckham.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We talking about
Robert Woods is great, man. Robert Woods is a good wide receiver. But hold on. Touchdown.
He's in there?
Sony?
Yeah,
he's in there.
Yeah, they're going to give it to Sony at the goal line.
Touchdown.
Cam does all the work to give it to Sony at the goal line. Hey, it's a team effort, man.
Sony Michelle.
As long as they get in there, right?
That's it. 14-0.
Yep, he's over. Oh, wait, his knee might be down.
Uh-oh.
They might have to check that.
Let's see if it's inconclusive.
His knee might be down.
He's down. Where's the ball? The ball looks short.
His knee might be down. That's a close one. It's not a good angle.
Knee's still up. Knee's down now.
Actually, that might be a good angle.
Yeah, it looks like it's short.
He might be a little short.
He might be short.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm going to say he's short, bro. It's really close, though.
Right there. Yeah, he's short. They better challenge that. Oh, it's a scoring play.
Yeah,
that's automatically reviewed. Yep. Moving on the field is a touchdown. See what we got. What you got? No touchdown?
I think he's short.
I think he's going to be short. Praying he's short, bro. They need to hold him to 3 here, man.
Yeah. But if he's short, he's going to be short by inches. It's not.
They probably go for it anyway, right?
Yep. They'll end up.
It's not 4th down.
Yeah, they'll end up punching.
They just got that big 1st down with Odell.
Yep.
Only 2nd down. They got 2 more attempts at it.
Yep.
But back to OBJ, man. I mean,
trading OBJ was the start and the end for the New York Giants.
Facts.
That's a fact. Who said that?
That's Andres Ramos.
Yeah. That's a fact. I know he's a Giants fan. That's a fact though. And also drafting Daniel Jones.
Come on, man. Nah, you ain't gonna get no argument here, bro. I really feel like as a Giants fan, it's time to start over. We got 2 picks. I was wrong last week. It's not top 6. We got 2 picks in the top 7, number 5 and 7 going into this draft.
Okay. That's huge.
Coach gone.
Out of there. Out of there. We didn't touch that.
Yeah.
Out of there.
Yeah, exactly. Judge.
You happy about that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Look, I said when we got rid of Garrett earlier in the season, I said we need to just start it over, man.
Yeah.
Especially considering we were already in kind of tank mode. You know what I'm saying? We starting Jake from State Farm. We started him at quarterback for the last few games and your boy, oh man, Mike Glennon, he's awful.
Why is he still in the league?
Because we were tanking. We didn't want to win them games.
I'm sorry, Mike Glennon, man, but come on now. Come on.
Yeah, man. So I think, So I'm personally happy, man.
No, you got to be. I mean, Dave Gettleman's got to get him out. He's out of there.
Yeah,
that's good.
Exactly.
The hire, I just never understood the hire. I mean, I understand the logic. Oh, let me go bark up that Bill Belichick coaching tree.
Yeah, right.
Special teams coach.
Doesn't always pan out.
Like, come on,
it don't always pan out.
You mentioned the 2 first-round picks. Coach out of there. Give me, I'm sure you're gonna want some more time to really give me an in-depth answer. But how do you start the process? Give me, what are you thinking about doing with those picks?
It depends what they do with Daniel Jones, because I think one of those picks, if you're done with Danny Dimes, has to be a quarterback.
You're done with Danny Dimes.
I'm done with Danny Dimes personally. Okay. Look, I don't know, man. Maybe he didn't have the
Do we
right.
still gotta call him
offensive-
Danny Dimes?
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's Daniel Jones because he's almost gonna be on somebody's waiver wire.
Nice.
Daniel Jones, man. Jason Garrett was an awful
Terrible.
offensive coordinator. So I guess
These retread hires, I can't stand it.
yeah, I guess they kind of almost have to give him, a chance with a real coordinator, right?
Okay.
But do you? Or do you just reset at this point in time? You got the picks to do it. You're resetting at every other, position in the franchise, man.
Yep.
I'm okay.
Watson.
What's that?
Flores, Watson. I don't know what that means. Just reading.
Brian Flores.
Yeah,
you're talking about
yeah.
Brian Flores and,
Yeah.
and Deshaun
Or
Watson.
Deshaun Watson. I would love to see Deshaun Watson.
But do you give up the 2 picks to get Deshaun?
I mean, that's what they asked Miami for, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I think they asked Miami.
And Flores was the head coach that he was pushing to go get Watson in the trade.
This is true.
And that's why him and ownership didn't see eye to eye, and they had to get him out of there.
That's an interesting perspective.
I like
Who said that? Who said that?
Ramos, yeah.
Okay. That's an interesting perspective. I like that one. It's not a bad idea.
But
I mean,
the question is, do you give up the 2 first? Or do you try to finagle
you
it a different
try
way?
to finagle it and hold on to one of those because I think we need help in other positions as well. We're gonna have to shore up the offensive line for Deshaun if that's the move we're gonna make. And to be honest with you, our edge rush on defense could use some help. I feel like we kind of slacked in that this year as well.
Yeah.
The secondary actually played better than the front 7 this year.
Yeah, you guys got some good
that's
play.
usually our weakness. You know what I'm saying? So I think we got to shore up our defensive line, both our lines, our offensive line and our defensive line, especially if we're going to make a move like that to go get a top-notch quarterback that we're going to have to keep healthy, man.
I'm not a big fan. The Deshaun Watson play could be a big splashy play, man. But I think the way the Giants should do it is play it slow.
Yeah,
just build it up the organic way. I mean,
up until my man mentioned it, I was cool exactly doing it the organic way. You know what I'm saying? Starting from ground up, literally from ground up. At quarterback and everything. Maybe we even, draft a quarterback and put that pressure on Daniel Jones. You know what I'm saying? If we do keep him, you know what I'm saying? I'm not opposed to it at all. But Daniel Jones is on a very, very, very short leash if he does come back, man. He walking on thin ice. Touchdown 14 zip Rams, boy. It ain't prettier for Kyler.
It's tough, man.
Now you're almost forced to throw the ball a little more. That pressure's coming quick, man. Aaron Donald almost ate him alive there.
My man had enough time to lift his head up, and then
that was it.
Aaron Donald was in his lap.
In his face.
Man.
Look at that. Oh, both of them.
Yikes.
They had 2 guys there about to pancake that dude. You know what game it actually reminds me even more of is the Saturday night game with a rookie Mac Jones trying to catch up to Josh Allen the entire game, and it just wasn't there. It wasn't there, and guess what? Buffalo's defense played good, just like the Rams are right now.
Yep.
And Mac Jones he had nothing, man.
Too much Josh Allen, man.
Too much. 5 touchdowns, man.
5 tutties. Yeah, we all called it. This was the 3rd matchup. It's hard to beat a team twice, and the Buffalo Bills did it, man. They beat the Patriots.
What we get to see now? The matchup of 5 tutty wild card weekends, right?
Yep.
Patty Mahomes going heads up with Josh Allen, Buffalo and KC. Who you got? Oh, we ain't gonna get to that.
Let's not get there yet. Let's not get there yet. But I'm excited to see it though for sure. That is a rematch from last year. Last year in the playoffs that we saw.
That was fun.
It's this is a different Bills team. This is a different Bills team. They're healthy. Defense is playing. They're running the ball.
Say it again. What did they do this game?
They ran the ball.
Yeah. Dev Singletary, 2 tutties.
Devin Singletary, since J Money he called it out. It's like Once they started getting Devin Singletary involved, they've been a different team.
Yep.
He's been a different running back.
Yep.
You know, Devin Singletary's, you know, going into the year it was really Zach Moss.
Mm-hmm.
We were all excited for Zach Moss and seeing what he can do. And Devin Singletary is the one that's stepping up and saying, you know, this is my backfield.
I mean, it took long enough. I mean, it took him almost all season. He's had the opportunities. He got drafted a year before Moss.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
He had the opportunities. What took you so long, Devin Singletary?
Yep.
They had to go get Matt Breida and to put a little fire under him.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, they did. But yeah, I mean the weapons they have, you know, Stephon Diggs, you know, Gabriel Davis,
Dawson Knox,
breakout season for tight end,
yes,
man.
Sir.
And
I was talking to your boy Logan the other day. Go ahead. I'll tell you about Logan in a minute. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that connection between them two. I mean, it's on and off the field. They become really good friends.
Yes. Yeah.
And similar to with Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford.
And that's kind of what I said. Your boy Logan mentioned Dawson Knox, and he said he thinks he was a top 7 tight end this year.
Yeah.
I said that's respectable.
Yeah,
that's respectable.
He missed some time too,
and you know why? And I told him exactly what you just said, man. That chemistry, that they're buddies, him and Dawson Knox. You know, so you always see that correlation between players on and off the field. You know, when like Peyton Manning, he was best friends with Dallas Clark for years, right? And Dallas Clark was nothing special. No. You know what I'm saying? But this is exactly what that reminds me of. Because I don't know if Dawson Knox is anything special. He just has that connection with Josh Allen. And sure enough, Dallas Clark became a Hall of Famer, you know, because he was best friends with it's not about what you know, it's about who you know, right?
The biggest knock on Dawson Knox coming out, the biggest knock on Dawson Knox coming out really wasn't a lot of his production, but at the same time, he went to Ole Miss. He was playing with A.J. Brown and DK Metcalf and Elijah Moore. He really didn't have, you know what I mean? There's too many weapons, so he, you know, is that Stafford?
I mean, he did get a little banged up towards the end of the season.
Yeah, he's holding that ankle. That's not good. But he's still in there. We'll get back to Dawson.
With the fresh J's on. Yeah. You don't see Stafford with the J's on.
Could we get a skunk here? This could be over, folks. If they come down here and score, that's going to be a hard hole to climb out.
They're going for it, too. Oh, he drops it.
That was Cam Akers, too.
That was you. He threw it behind him.
I saw the 3. I thought that was Odell Beckham.
I thought so, too. I thought he was,
Look at these guys running up people off the line.
Behind him.
Oh, man.
Cam, you got to catch that, but
if he puts it in front of him,
you got to make a better pass than that. Man.
If he puts it in front of him, that might be
the ankle.
Yeah. That was a great stop. Big stop by the Cardinals. They needed that. But now your reward is you got to go 99 yards.
Yeah.
To get a touchdown.
They could thank Cam Akers because they could thank Stafford for that one because boy.
Yeah, that probably would have been a touchdown.
That could have been an ugly drive again.
Yeah, it probably would have been a touchdown. But let's go back and touching back on that Patriots game and Bills. You know, the arrow's still pointing up for New England. Yeah. I like what I saw from Mac Jones, being the you know, not the prettiest girl to dance between the first round quarterbacks out of that draft class last year. Yep, they fell right into the Patriots' laps. I mean, there was rumors that he was going to go to the Niners. They traded up for Mac Jones, but he ends up being the last quarterback taken out of that group. And you know, he brought his team to the playoffs.
Yep.
Let's get these guys some weapons, man. I like Jacoby Myers.
I love him. He's a great, you know, route runner, but
not a number one.
They need N'Keal Harry to be what he was supposed to be.
Yeah. Bill Belichick's resume with drafting wide receivers, it's not that great.
Yeah, no.
You know, N'Keal Harry's probably out of there. Kendrick Bourne is a good complimentary wide receiver. Yeah. Same thing with Jacoby Myers. Let's get a weapon.
But he's nothing special. You know what I'm saying?
No, none of these guys are.
He was in San Fran for so long, and you know was nothing. You know, he ate because he had the opportunities this year, not because he was special.
Yeah, no, none of these guys are special. What a season by James Conner, man.
Before.
What a season James Conner put together.
No, it's miraculous, man.
Yeah.
You know, I think we've all kind of said like it came out of nowhere, man. You know, a lot of people wrote him off.
Yeah.
You know,
Pittsburgh wrote him off.
Big time. But I mean, a lot of people in general, fans in general, wrote him off.
Sure, I wrote him off for sure.
Kyler, what you got? That's a first. AJ Green.
It's AJ.
Okay. Oh,
gotta hold on to it.
Gotta hold on to the ball. Is that a catch?
Nah, that's not a catch. Come on now. Nope. Come on, AJ knows it. He's a veteran.
Yeah.
He's a veteran.
Yeah.
He knows it.
Definitely got to hold on to that.
AJ on her knee there too.
Yeah. That's not good.
He got shaken up. I mean, what are we debating here?
He caught the ball. He
didn't have enough
had
time.
2 feet, caught 2 feet, and then got hit. So did it come out after he got hit is the question.
Let me see this.
2 feet, boom.
Nah.
It moved. It moved.
It
moved.
It's not a catch. He didn't make a football move.
See, I think the debate is if you don't have the right angle, you don't know it moves because he holds on to it.
Yeah, but I think the rule is that you have to catch it and then make a football move. He didn't have time to make a football move. He caught it,
2 steps,
got his 2 steps in, and then the ball was out.
Mm-hmm.
I
think it's incomplete for sure.
Yeah.
What about AJ Green? Let's talk a little about AJ Green, man.
AJ Green, man.
Had a
Hall of Famer.
Comeback season, if you will.
Yeah.
You know, for the most part, here in Arizona. But, he was, a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was just riddled with injuries, right? For a couple of seasons until he came to Arizona.
Yeah, the tail end to his Cincinnati Bengal career was not the greatest with all the injuries. But
no, not at all.
New life here in Arizona. Now he's probably taking over that number 1 wide receiver role, at least in the huddle.
But my thing is, could he have been better? He had to deal with Andy Dalton his whole career.
Yeah.
I feel like he could have had such a better career.
Absolutely. Man. No, I think so. And Andy Dalton had a couple years where he was, decent.
At best.
But was that Andy Dalton or was that I was throwing the ball to AJ Green, and that's why my numbers look the way they look.
Exactly. Exactly. I feel like AJ Green could have had such a better career, man. Give him a better quarterback. He's got talent. Even at a late age.
They didn't call this a catch, did they?
I don't think they would call this a catch.
Sean McVay looks like he's about to challenge that thing.
Throwing it out there.
Yeah, they call it a catch.
They call it a catch?
Yeah.
Sean's like, nah, you guys are full of crap.
Nah, get that thing out of there.
I'm going to pick this up. Y'all saw me drop it.
Yeah, AJ Green coming over to Arizona, coming in, playing, behind DeAndre Hopkins. Mm-hmm. Now he's playing probably that role. Right. He's probably taking over that role, in which he's probably not. He's a little older.
Yeah,
he's in his 30s, early 30s, which is technically old in the NFL.
Right, exactly. You see what happened to Julio. You know what I'm saying? He's had to take a back seat.
Yeah.
He's had to take a back seat to A.J. Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And to the entire play call. Like, we're going to run first, second, third, then A.J. Brown, and then we might look at you, Julio.
It's the injuries with Julio, man. Injuries with Julio and injuries with A.J. But this year he's been relatively healthy, but he's playing a lesser role.
Granted, it was in both of their later careers that they got injury struck.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I can't lie, man. It was a nice run. They're both
same draft class, too.
Yeah,
so
exactly. It was a nice run, to see them go at it.
I think he's ring chasing right now. He jumped on Arizona, trying to catch a ring. I respect him for it. He's towards the end of his career, trying to get a ring. And
is that what Julio did too? Is that why?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think he saw the light with Atlanta. And by the looks of it, he made the right decision.
Yeah, right.
It's Tennessee looking like they got the bye, and now they're matched up with them young boys in Cincinnati.
Oh, man. Hey, jump into that, man. Like, actually, we talked about how they beat the Raiders. We said we'll get back into that later, man. But how about that potential matchup next week, man? Cincy and Tennessee.
It's gonna be a battle of 2 different play styles. You got one team that wants to light you up, score at will, score from all different 10 yards out, 20, 50. They can score whatever. And then you got on the other side, you got a team that just wants to black and blue you.
Yeah.
Pound the rock. Play action. Let's see. I haven't heard any news yet on Derrick Henry, but I'm sure it's out there. But see if they get Derrick Henry back.
He's coming back.
Yeah,
you better believe he's coming back.
You pound the rock with Derrick Henry. You get the play action with Ryan Tannehill doing his thing. We talked about A.J. Brown. Big body wide receiver. Physical wide receiver.
Physical, boy.
It's gonna be the battle of two different play styles, man. That Tennessee defense we've mentioned before, playing well. Playing well. Let's see if what they can do with this high octane offense with Cincinnati. Does Cincinnati just try to continue and play how they play and let's throw the ball, or do they try to go toe to toe and pound the rock with Joe Mixon? I don't know. We'll see.
Andres Ramos said Bengals over Titans, too much firepower.
Too much firepower. Yeah, that's what I believe.
That's a good prediction.
Like I mentioned last week, I think the Bengals might be the hottest team in the NFL right now, man. I don't think there's a lot of teams that can beat these guys, man.
Welcome everybody back to the JV Sports Room. We back. Got another change in the lineup. You guys remember Jarvis from the show? He's not too happy right about now.
Rough weekend, man.
But we'll talk about that in a minute. These Cards, Jarvis, how you feel about this game, man? These Cards are getting beat up, huh?
I think it's pretty much what we expected. We talked about it. We talked about, the Rams being able to run the ball with Akers. So, I mean, he looks great. So I think this is pretty much going as we expected. We talked about Arizona not playing good football, towards the end of the year. So I think this is exactly what we expected.
See, I expected the Rams to win, but I didn't think it'd be this bad. This defensive line is putting pressure on these guys, man. On Kyler.
I think something we also got to mention: Cliff Kingsbury, Kyler Murray. Welcome to the NFL playoffs.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, it's playoff time.
It's playoff time.
Yeah.
You can do all this stuff in the regular season, but you can't make these kind of mistakes, man. In playoffs.
It's
especially against this caliber defense.
Facts. It's looking like these Rams going next week to Tampa.
Yeah. That's what it looks like, right?
What you think, man? Who you like?
I think I like the Rams, man.
Yeah.
I think they might be playing Super Bowl at home.
Just like Tampa did last year.
They might be playing at home.
Right yourself.
I don't see why not.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
This is, if I'm Tampa right now,
man.
This is not what you want
nervous.
right here.
Yeah.
This is not. I mean, we're seeing it from all different angles. We're seeing Cam Akers run the rock. We're seeing Cooper Kupp. We're seeing Tyler Higbee evolve. And the big thing, not the big surprise, but Odell Beckham just looks like vintage Odell Beckham.
And we haven't even seen him get the ball to Cooper Kupp that much yet. He hasn't even gone.
It's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's almost like they just focusing too much on him. And that's
right. They might be using him as a decoy right about now.
Odell.
There go Odell again.
Right
Eating.
That's right.
Oh, man.
That boy look like he got a New York Giant jersey on.
Yeah, he look like he got an Ezekiel Elliott jersey on right now. Like, I'm eating, boy.
He's back.
Like on the play.
Yeah, man. Tampa. I mean, Fournette didn't come back.
No.
Ronald Jones was out. I mean,
Keyshawn Vaughn was running that thing.
He was. But I think they're going to need them two boys back.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Compete with the Rams.
For sure. We were talking about that. This defense is not the Eagles' defense.
Right.
This defense is going to get after you.
Right.
And you're already down potentially Tristan Wirfs. And we
Okay.
All right, a little bit of fire, a little bit of juice.
Sheesh. Somebody got to get these Cards riled up,
Come on, get them going. But we talked about, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive line getting banged up this last game. That's not what you want to see going in, potentially looking at these Rams, man.
I tell you what, man. One thing about Brady, he's the ultimate competitor.
Absolutely.
And he didn't want to come out the game. What were they up 31-7 or something? And I'm like, sit him down. He's like, I'm not coming out the game.
Yep.
That's one thing the Rams need to do, though. They need to make sure while they out here dog walking these Cards, they don't give up any stupid injuries. Pull some of these big players off the field if need be. At this point in time, put a few of them on the snap count. Like,
Mm-hmm.
What you need him in there going hard every play for? You got another round to look forward to.
It's going to be interesting what the adjustments the Cards make it to have.
Got to.
They're going to have to figure out some kind of way to slow this D-line down.
They have to.
Yeah.
They have to.
I mean, whether it be rolling, a designated rollout or, but
or maybe even, getting another running back in the backfield, maybe chip at him a little more.
Yeah.
I don't know, man, but that pressure's coming quick.
Go ahead.
No, it's one thing you mentioned adjustments. One thing I applaud, the Eagles, doing, at least defensively, we saw in that game, they were giving up so many yardage early on, and defense made some adjustments, started getting after Brady. You mentioned adjustments. Cliff Kingsbury, man, you got to get in that bag, man. You got to make some adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. I think one of the greatest plays they can run, an aggressive defense is a screen.
Yeah.
Draws and screens.
You
got to slow them down.
Yep. Yeah. Where's Chase Edmonds? Where's these guys?
We haven't seen Chase Edmonds at all this game, right?
No. Right now, it's just been a bunch of Kyler Murray running for his life.
Right.
That's it.
Running for his life.
They got to slow down that rush.
They won't stand a chance if they don't. I mean, it ain't looking good already.
Oh, they're showing the Cowboys.
Oh, you brought it up. You brought it up.
Man.
Jarvis. Let's just get into it.
I'll tell you this.
Get it out the way, man. Trust me, it helps. Just get it out.
He did it. He did it early. He delayed the inevitable.
We're not physical enough. We don't play with the dog mentality.
Not disciplined enough.
Not disciplined enough. I saw San Francisco in the tunnel coming out. They were high five, and they looked like they had the confidence we could win this game. We could win this game. Yeah. They came out with the confidence we can win this game, and the Cowboys didn't have that in their eye.
Youth.
They didn't have it.
Youth on defense, personally, I think.
Yeah.
We talked up how great the defense was, but I feel like you guys got beat on defense. You guys had 14 defensive penalties.
Yeah.
Discipline.
Discipline. Yeah. Yes, he said it. And on top of that, as much as we talked up Trayvon, and, no disrespect to Trayvon, but I don't know how many times I saw Trayvon Diggs get beat by Brandon Ayuk in that game.
Well, I mean, all the receivers, right?
Yeah, man.
Jennings got after it.
Mm-hmm.
They found, and we talked about this on the, last week's show about Deebo Samuel. I said that's one of the key. One of the key.
I think I texted you during that game. I said
he's an animal.
Yeah, he's an animal, right?
He's an animal, bro.
That's a grown man.
That's a grown man. Where they lined him up all over that field,
and he was killing us. I mean, first quarter. I mean, they came out. What were we down 10-0? Mm-hmm. They came out. They were moving the ball. I mean, Ayuk got involved. Mm-hmm. Jennings got involved. Mm-hmm. And we just couldn't stop them boys, man. They were running the ball.
Yep.
I think the man that we might have mentioned. I believe it was Jay Money that mentioned it, but Trent Williams locking down that left side of the line. There was
his return.
Nothing was happening.
Yep. Yeah. Facts.
Nothing. He was just running through.
Yep.
Whether it was DeMarcus Lawrence, whether it was Michael Parsons, whoever was over there, nothing was happening.
No,
so
fact.
That was a key return, man.
Yeah,
Trent
huge.
Williams was a huge return.
Huge.
But we got our coach, man.
Yep.
And Jerry Jones came out today saying that, he's not gonna even talk about, letting McCarthy go at this point. But I mean, we got out coach, man. We got out coach. We were out physical, and that's not even a word, but
we was out physical.
We were out physical. Yeah, quote that.
Yeah, no, but it's a fact. You were out physical.
Yeah,
they did whatever they wanted to do.
Yeah,
that's what they did.
That's what it was.
We talked about getting the run game involved,
and they did it early. I think Elijah had their first touchdown in the game, right?
Oh, yeah, but I'm talking about for the Dallas end, the Dallas side.
They set him up. They set him up down. Debo got him down there, and then Elijah finished it off to get in there. I wonder what Debo's stat line was. I didn't even see it, but I'm sure it was crazy.
It was a lot.
A
whole
lot.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure he probably had at least 10 rushes.
Yeah, he had. Last I checked, he had 9 rushes. I think for like 45 yards, and I think he had a touchdown. So
he had a touchdown.
They were running for 5 yards a carry every time, whether it was Debo, Elijah,
whomever.
Yeah, I mean, I think I hate to keep going back to Jay Money because he kind of threw it out there, right? But he said y'all weaknesses was the run, the run defense, and they poured it on.
And we got down early. I mean, Zeke couldn't get going.
Is Zeke done? Is Zeke done?
That's a great question.
I talked to a Cowboys fan and a man that I know has Zeke in multiple fantasy football leagues. Is Zeke done?
That's a great question, man.
He's definitely on the downhill for sure.
He's looking.
I tell you what, he looks done to me.
He looks done to me too.
There's a difference when Zeke's touching the ball and when that boy Tony Pollard
Pollard.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can see a difference.
Yeah. I mean, they get paid.
He's getting paid like he's not done though. They're gonna have to use something out of him.
Yeah, I was watching the game with my brother-in-law, and he literally took the words out of my mouth. They put the ball in Tony Pollard's hands one possession, and he was like, he's running the ball 10 times better than Zeke. Like, you know,
he looks more explosive.
Way more.
Not looks.
Not looks. He is way more explosive.
I think he's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's playing hurt too.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's hurt, man. And is he tradable?
That's the tough part.
Like,
who wants that contract?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Who wants that contract for aging
running back?
And he's got a whole year left on his contract. So
the lifespan of running backs in the NFL is just short anyway, right? You got a window, 3 to 5 years maximum.
If you're
that.
lucky.
You're already paying Dak tons of money.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to either pay Amari Cooper,
CD's
Lamb,
coming off of that. CD gonna get a check.
Yeah.
CD's gonna get a check.
Michael's gonna be coming. Well, he's got 2 more.
Yeah,
right?
he still got some years,
3 more years.
Trayvon though, they got one more on Trayvon.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start making some decisions financially. I mean, this team is. I don't understand it.
I don't either, man.
If you're a Cowboys fan, you gotta be upset. You have to be upset.
Furious.
That roster.
That's defense.
I said it earlier in the game too that they should probably try to use a draw player too, but
well, speaking of draw plays,
oh my gosh,
game on the line.
I don't understand.
No timeouts.
I don't understand. It's coaching, man.
Quarterback draw.
Oh my God,
it's coaching, bro.
Oh my
God. Get yourself a chance to win.
But Dak's got to be smarter than that too, though.
I agree.
Dak's got to be smarter than that too, especially when 3 straight possessions you gain positive yardage by getting to the sidelines.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then one was off a trick play, right? With CeeDee Lamb.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and then you literally
not the Statue of Liberty.
Throw the game away.
Hook and ladder.
Hook and ladder.
Yeah. Then you literally throw the game away. You got to be smarter than that, Dak.
I mean, it just doesn't even make sense.
I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I would have preferred him to throw the ball out of bounds at that point in time. Like, geez.
Absolutely.
I see people on social media upset at the referee for
when
not being able
the ball.
No,
it's
he has to touch the ball and put it down.
Yeah, it shouldn't have gone to that point because you don't run a draw when you have no timeouts in the middle of the field.
That's right.
Game on the line.
At all.
We're talking about seconds left on the clock.
At all.
That's as bad as taking a sack.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's as bad as that, man.
Absolutely.
Anything in the playing field at that point in time is a terrible decision.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
You got to get to the sideline. When you get to the sideline, I don't get it, man. You get to the sideline 3 plays in a row, and then you just go against what you're doing. Like, doesn't make it.
It just doesn't even make any sense. And that's coaching, man. That's just coaching, and
I can't remember. They didn't have timeouts, right? They had no timeouts.
And I always mention about these retread hires, man. I just don't understand why teams do it. Like, there's a reason why Mike McCarthy was gone in the first place from Green Bay,
right?
And then you bring him right back. I don't know. Let him be a coordinator for a year.
Right.
Let him step aside and see the game from a different angle. And you bring him right over, and I don't know.
I was excited when we hired him because I just saw his track record in Green Bay. Not even thinking. I didn't.
You said it last week's show. It was Aaron Rodgers.
It was Aaron Rodgers.
He was the coach,
right? And I didn't realize that until now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, now I'm seeing that. They've gotten better with him gone.
It's a fact.
That's a fact.
So I just don't. I don't know, man. You're right, though.
Where does Dallas go from here, man? Where do you?
There has to be coaching changes, right?
Yeah.
So but do we have Kellen Moore become the head coach? Like, should that happen?
Yeah.
I think McCarthy has to go. Like that's number one. I think he's done.
Well, it looks like you might be losing Dan Quinn as well. So
He's gonna get a head coach.
he's going. I think he's going to get.
He definitely will. He definitely will.
So
There it is, right there.
Yep.
Multiple head coach interviews.
coach
this
interviews.
week.
Speaking there you go.
There it is.
So something's going to change. I mean, you'll speak on it better than I can, man. But 11 playoff appearances for the Cowboys and not one conference championship game.
That's
man.
unbelievable. And with the roster, like you said, with the roster we have, we've built
on both sides of the ball too.
Yeah.
Like it's not like you guys are dominant on one side, man. That the Cowboys defense has come to play this year, man.
We always mention it's always been about the offense, offense, and now the defense has finally got to a place where it's being talked about,
right?
And you poop down your leg,
legit.
Excuse my language, but I can't say. Now the professional side is. I got that off my chest.
Yeah, I'm done with it.
It's always a good day when the Cowboys lose. It's always a good day. The world can come together and then rejoice.
Hey, look, the Giants had a good weekend. We saw the Cowboys and the Eagles lose.
It's interesting to see where the division goes from here, because you mentioned Giants, 2 top 10 picks. Eagles, we end up with 3 top. I think it's top 19. I think we have like 14, 15,
20.
and 19.
Uh-huh.
So 3 top 20 picks, cap space, playoff team.
Yeah,
we're gonna be making some noise in a year or two. Some real noise. Right now, this was premature noise.
Year, right?
Hey, man, I talked to Nick. But this was premature. This was unexpected. I didn't expect going into the season that we were going to be a playoff team.
right.
So to get that production this early is a great sign. Another year for Jalen to get older, get more wiser. Devonte Smith.
Yeah.
Let's get Jalen Reagor out of there. He got to go. He's got.
The end of the year, right?
He's got to go, bro. My man's got to go, man.
You
cannot make a mistake.
He's not that go-to guy like they thought he would be.
Those mistakes.
Yeah, facts.
You get the ball, great field position, and you fumble the punt.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about my
Twice, right?
Yeah.
He muffed it twice.
Right?
Yeah,
he muffed it
one
twice.
He got back.
One he got back. He muffed that one twice, but then games prior to games where we could have locked up the playoffs early, he dropped 2 game-winning catches. Too many, bro. You gotta go, man.
Yep.
You gotta go. That's me being salty or whatever, but you gotta go, bro. Maybe a little bit of that has to do with the next pick was Justin Jefferson. But
they mentioned it during the Philly game too.
Yeah.
They threw that out there just for. I don't know if you heard it.
No.
Man, they threw that out there just for all those Philly fans that in case you guys forgot, this is the guy we drafted
ahead of Justin Jefferson. But no, the arrow's pointing up for Philly, man. For the Eagles, arrow's definitely pointing up for us. I would say the same. We'll see what happens with the coaching hire and the GM with New York. But
it's crazy because I actually thought we'd be in complete opposite positions going into this season.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I didn't have any faith in Philly, obviously.
Yeah,
I didn't either.
And in my Giants, I thought they would be right around the brink of the playoffs, man. So it was definitely disappointing as a Giants fan. Not like I said, not going to complain about the 2 top 7 picks.
No, it's something to be excited
season,
about,
man. Disappointing season. I'm hoping we just
out there
turning the entire leaf, man.
Any coaches out there that could get you excited? Or
that's a good question.
It's a little early, but
yeah,
I don't want to put the pressure on.
I got to see what the coaching field looks like at this point in time.
Okay.
Obviously, there's probably a couple coaches that are assistant coaches at this point in time going to get hired. But yeah, definitely.
I mean, I think Flores out of Miami. I think he needs a job.
Mm-hmm.
He needs a job,
Absolutely.
man. I mean, would they go 7-1 their last 8 games?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, against the bottom of the league, but
I mean that's impressive.
But it is impressive.
I mean,
absolutely. No, I do believe he needs a job, and the way Miami did him.
Yeah, that was dirty.
I was shocked by that. I mean, was I the only one shocked by that one?
No, absolutely.
No.
Yeah, man.
They did him dirty.
Yeah, I think he's got interviews with Chicago.
Yeah, I saw that.
That could be a good spot, man. And you get Justin Fields and
there's actually somebody on the chat earlier that mentioned Flores going to the Giants and possibly Watson going over there too, so.
Yeah. That get you excited?
Of course it gets me excited, but, it's just, it's all premature,
Yeah.
So we'll see, man.
Yeah, that would be, Watson, he gets past these allegations. But he's gone nowhere, right?
Nowhere.
It just seems like it's just at a stalemate, since.
Right, exactly.
It's gone nowhere.
What is going on here?
It's like Ben
give the man a
Simmons in
job.
the NBA, bro.
Get him on the field. He's not suspended. He's not on the commission exempt. There's nothing. It's just the team is holding him out because of
either allow him to work or let's get past this.
Yeah. Either put him on the exempt list or suspend him.
Right.
Or let him play.
Yeah.
Or let him play. It's that's gonna be a good off-season conversation to talk about. What ends up happening with Deshaun. Clearly, I think he's done in Houston.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And speaking of Houston, they did that head coach dirty. David Culley, you hire him to that situation, and then you fire him.
Terrible situation.
Like, come on, that's a bad rap. If I'm a head coach and I get look how you did my man over here, and now you want me to come over here and take this job?
Right.
I don't like that's bad business to me.
No, facts.
That's bad.
Houston internally has always had problems. Per the previous players that were there, they said it was a train wreck. Just the front office and how they deal with players.
Yeah. All right. So now that them Cowboys are out of there, all right,
get them out.
Who you like? How you like this Green Bay and Niners setup next week?
Old school matchup, man. Another one.
It should be interesting.
In Lambeau.
Cali boys 9-degree.
Cali boys going to Lambeau. 9-degree weather.
Yeah, it's tough for a West Coast team to come to the East.
Yeah,
Northeast at that.
Yeah, it's probably going to be snowing. Man, you see that they said the field was where was that at? They said the field was like frozen.
That was Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Oh.
Like they said they had no warmers under the field, and the field was just freezing as the game went on. Oh my goodness!
But one thing, this is not a typical. The Niners aren't a typical, flashy West Coast. These boys can run the ball.
Yeah,
and we talk about in the wintertime, when the temperatures drop, you got to be able to run that rock and be physical. This is a physical football team.
They're physical.
So,
and one thing I like.
I don't think we mentioned what the Buccaneers didn't want to see LA. I don't think these Green Bay Packers wanted to see
the Niners. You don't think
the
so?
Niners, man. Nah,
you don't
I
think
don't
so?
think they wanted to see them Niners, man.
You think they would have? Because the way the chips fell, if the Cowboys won, they'd have been seeing these Rams instead.
Was that what it was?
That's what it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
maybe they are happy.
The Niners right about now.
Maybe they are happy with that. Then maybe they are happy with that.
I don't know. San Francisco just has this swagger about themselves. They're confident. They just were confident.
You know what it is he talked about Philly being the underdogs, but I think the Niners are really the ones coming in there like, hey man, we underdogs. Like, give us your best shot. At this point in time. But my favorite thing about what the Niners did last week, this past weekend, was actually, Nick Bosa and that front seven put some pressure on Dak, man, right? Like, jeez. Dak didn't have a whole lot of time to get the ball off, man.
I think he's still a little timid as well. Like, there were opportunities I saw, gaps where he probably could have just took off, made a decision and took off to, try to get the first down or just gain some yardage. And he seemed to hold the ball a little too long, try to not get out there and run.
I agree. He used to move that pocket very well. He used to get out there and run a lot more. And I think since his injury, he does, I could agree with that. He seems a little more timid.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned Nick Bosa. I don't know if there's any word came out on what the injury was. I know you left the game early, but that could be a big loss.
Factor,
also, losing Warner, the middle linebacker.
Fred Warner.
Fred Warner. Losing Warner, but I think he came back towards the end of the game as well, here and there, or he was on the sidelines with a helmet on at least. We see what happens with those injuries going into the matchup against the Packers, man. They're definitely gonna need those two healthy.
Them guys just been sitting, resting up, waiting.
And speaking of resting, I know we mentioned this last week, but do we know how this game, this Monday night game, being that it is Monday night, the winner of this is going to be affected going into next week?
I'm not quite sure, but it looks like the Rams might take this whole second half off. To be
That's a fact.
And off.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
That
Been
cam
working.
in there.
Oh, screen.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
double pass. Beckham throwing the ball.
Touchdown, too.
Oh.
Wow.
That's Cam Akers.
Cam Akers. Yeah, he said, hey, let Odell throw it to me this time, Matt.
What a play.
Hey, I said it. I called it. Hey, Sean McVay, keep that pedal to the metal, man.
Oh,
What a pass
man.
Beckham just threw.
Yeah, that was a great pass from a
What?
receiver,
We
man.
just talked about it. Freak of nature, man. He could do it all.
Across the field.
He done.
He could throw the ball 50 yards. He can kick 50-yard field goals.
Yeah, he can kick the ball, too.
And that's what we don't have in Dallas. Like, we just don't have no innovation. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that was a great play call.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Especially with the weapons, man. CeeDee Lamb,
Right.
Amari Cooper, Michael Gallup.
I respect the 49ers coach. I mean, they know Debo's their best player on offense.
Get him the
and
ball.
They're finding a way to get him the
Get him
ball.
the freaking ball. And dude,
How-
you
whatever
said
it
it.
takes.
You said it perfectly last week. I don't understand why they don't get CD the ball that way San Fran gets the ball to Debo.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, what happened to CD this week? They barely got him the ball.
Just get him the ball, whether you hand it off.
Yeah, man.
Find a way to
Give
get him the
him
ball.
a bubble screen or something.
Right.
Put it in the playmaker's hand.
Absolutely.
You know what it is? The problem is they keep thinking their playmaker is wearing number 21 behind them. They keep putting it in his hands,
That's true.
wasting possessions.
Right.
That is true.
Amari got going a little bit.
Amari got going. He
Yeah.
did.
That was, I mean, I don't know where his contract is. I think he may have one more.
Mm-hmm.
I think he does too.
I believe so.
Yeah. But
I think Gallup might be the odd man. I don't think you guys are gonna have the money to pay Gallup.
But you know what? He played decent towards the end of the season, and I think he's still young and he's a big body. He can find himself a job.
Oh no, without a doubt. No, I think Gallup is somebody else's wide receiver.
Yeah, it's just
one,
not
if not wide
Dallas.
receiver two, but not in Dallas.
Mhm.
I don't think with the money situation you already got in Zeke and Dak, and we talked about CD coming up.
And some of these guys are gonna have to pay on defense.
Some of the
soon.
defensive guys you're gonna have to,
No,
yeah, I
for
don't
sure.
think Gallup gets the money for sure.
I agree. And then to be honest with you, his saving grace this year was Dalton Schultz.
Right.
I don't see him going anywhere. So I think if it comes, there you go.
Touchdown.
There you go. This game's a wrap.
Yeah, it is.
This game's a
That's
wrap.
it.
As Matthew Berry says,
Mr.
my little
Mr.
Cooper
Triple
Cup.
Crown right there.
Cooper Cup.
There he
That's a fact.
is.
Mr. Triple Crown.
KC over Pittsburgh. There you go. That's a game we haven't touched yet. I mean,
Just what we
The
expected.
writing was on the wall. Hey, I mean, I think
Just what we
the
expected.
defensive player of the year, try to put his stamp on the game early, man, but it
Facts.
just wasn't enough.
Facts. They look good through the first half.
First
maybe
quarter,
first
half
quarter,
of the first quarter.
maybe.
Yeah, TJ Watt had that scoop and score.
Yeah. They look like they were
I thought something was gonna come, but I think
tale of two halves. That's what it was.
They put up the graphic on the game, and it just said, the Steelers' possession. It was punt, 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 punt. Everything was just a punt. It's Big Ben, man.
They weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Not supposed to be there. And it just goes to show, man, like what would have been different if it was a Chargers team that was there.
Mm-hmm.
How much more exciting that would have been.
Right.
To see that team.
All right, so let's chop it up a little about that team, man. What do the Steelers need? I mean, they got Juju back. Is Juju there again next year? I think he's a free agent.
Yeah, he signed that 1 year deal in the offseason. The Homer deal. Looking to
they
get
got
some money.
Who's the quarterback?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
It can't be Mason Rudolph.
Yeah,
Cannot
exactly.
be.
They've seen what Mason Rudolph they're getting out of him.
Yeah.
They got to be looking for one in the draft. I would assume,
they
right?
have Dwayne Haskins. I still believe on that team.
Yeah. I mean,
nah,
he looked okay in preseason, but
they got to get one in the draft.
they have to.
Yeah.
Man.
And shame on them for not
Get
Get
one
having-
sooner.
sooner, right? Like
agree.
all these draft classes. Yeah, Najee Harris is a great running back, but
someone being molded by Big Ben. I mean,
Exactly.
who better to learn from?
I mean, granted, they did draft Mason Rudolph for that exact reason. What,
Man,
3 years ago?
that was
And that was a flop. So
they've had opportunities. If we go back, I'm sure we will. while we get in our off-season talk, is go back and see all these draft classes and see what quarterbacks that they might have passed up on.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch, I'm sure.
It had to have been, even not in the first round. We're talking second, third round. They've drafted nobody, really. I mean.
Yeah. So they're in full rebuild mode.
They got to be, man. They got to be. They got some weapons. You got Deontay Johnson I like over there. We'll see what happens with Juju, but he was already getting offers from KC in the offseason. And
the Bears
Baltimore.
Bears are probably going to look for a receiver. I don't see them holding on to Allen Robinson.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll get offers from he's young enough that he'll get offers from some other teams.
But for sure.
That division's on the up, right? With Cincinnati,
it's flipped upside down now, man.
With Cincinnati and the Ravens, and I mean,
it's
Cleveland.
You got to think with a healthy Lamar, the Ravens will be back in the picture next year.
Absolutely.
Yep. Cincinnati ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, Pittsburgh left the bottom of that division.
Yep.
Next year,
it's flipped upside down now.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh at the bottom, Cincinnati up top.
Absolutely. I think, a lot of these teams, like we were talking about last week, it depends on how they're playing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we know the Cardinals came into this game and they won 2 out of the last 6. They went 2-4, I believe.
Yeah,
that we mentioned.
Losing to teams like Detroit,
right?
Come on, man.
Yeah,
can't go into the playoffs
at all.
The Patriots were rolling bad, coming into the playoffs. They got dominated. So that builds that confidence. How you playing right now?
And we mentioned it last week. How the Bengals were the hottest team in football, and look what they do.
That's right.
They came in and they got a big win. So
hottest team in football, man. That Bengals Titans matchup.
Big physical matchup, huh?
Ooh, Kyler.
All right, Kyler.
Kyler got a little juice left. He ain't gonna go down laying down.
Bengals Titans. Wow.
Yeah.
Bengals Titans.
I call it it's a battle of 2 different play styles.
2 teams.
Definitely.
Get the ground and pound versus the air it out.
Right. That's gonna be a good one, man. I can't even pick a winner. I mean, I would say the Titans just off the top of my head, but I definitely need to look at, some more stats and numbers.
Feel that.
Because I'm not sure how the Titans' pass defense is. I need to see that.
They were banged up earlier in the season. I think they got healthy towards the end. So I think the Titans are ready for them boys.
Yeah. You think that's your pick?
I mean,
wonder where that opening line's
going. Off the record, huh? Off the record.
I had them going to the Super Bowl against the BUCS, man. I mean, both my teams looking strong. So until one of them get knocked off, I'm gonna stick with my gut, man.
Wonder what the opening line is.
They need a spark, man. They need a big play.
They need a big play on defense.
There it is.
Really.
There it is. That was a laser.
Christian Kirk.
Okay. I mean, they need to score here, and then they definitely need a big play on defense.
Oh, we got some tough.
It's a punch.
I saw a punch.
I saw a punch.
Oh,
someone's getting ejected. It'll be huge if Aaron Donald gets ejected. That would be huge.
He didn't throw no punch now.
It looked like a punch.
I don't think he threw it though.
He's going back.
Oh man!
Come on, Aaron. Hold your head now, because we don't want nothing that lingers into the next game.
Yeah,
yes, exactly. Correct.
You gotta hold your head, bro.
Did you see Bruce Arians slap?
Helmet. Yeah. Who was that, Carlton Davis or something? I don't know who it was.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, he
slapped him across the helmet.
99, they called it on Aaron.
No, he didn't get tossed.
Personal foul. Okay.
He didn't get tossed though, so that's good.
So it wasn't him that threw the punch then. I don't know. Right?
It was him, but I don't know if it was a punch. Yeah,
I think he just mushed him.
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. He tried to choke him out.
Don't try to hit him with that closed fist.
We saw something like this in the Memphis game earlier today. Memphis Grizzlies and
in the Bulls?
In the Bulls, yeah. John Morant and Tony Bradley.
Morant's going nuts, isn't it?
Hey,
boy.
Yeah.
He's going
Jarvis
crazy.
Rant, boy.
He's going crazy. They lost to the Mavericks the other night, though, right? They got beat by Luka.
It did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Luka put it on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had a triple-double, too.
Yeah.
40-point triple-double.
They were talking about on the radio the other day, would you rather start your franchise with Luka or Ja right now?
Yikes.
Luka's 6'8". I didn't know he was that big.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
I
But
didn't
Ja
know he was
plays like
6'8".
he's 7'8".
Agreed.
So.
Agreed.
Ja just gives you that swagger. He just gives you so much. Oh man, it's excitement, man.
Yeah.
But Luka, we can't sleep on Luka, man.
Not
Luka.
at all. Speaking of, Ja actually just took over Luka in the second amongst guards in the Western Conference All-Star. So
Wow. Yeah, shout out to Ja, man.
Man, check us out at SportJV1, Facebook, Twitter. We on YouTube. We on Twitch. Check us out. Chop it up with us.
All social media platforms.
Yeah, not that good of a game right now. I mean, looking like the Cards trying to make a run.
Let's get some people in the chat asking
but
questions.
We got action. We got action here. What you got? Got playoff talk? Any Eagles, Cowboys fans out there a little upset? We listen to that too.
Rant. Need the
Got
rants.
some good playoff matchups coming up next week. Anybody want to see these Niners go into the frozen tundra and beat the Green Bay Packers? That'd be interesting. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, man.
Nelly Nell, where you at? Green Bay got this one this week?
Zane said, Jason Ramos, what's up, bro?
What up, McDougal? What's up, my brother? It's an old Army brother right there, man. Appreciate you coming in, man. Who your team, man? Who you got? You like the Rams? You like the Cardinals?
Man, if he a betting man, he taking the Rams.
Right now. Gotta like the Rams right now.
Yeah, man.
All right, so, hey, assuming the Rams win this week, Rams and Bucks next week. Bucks fans, where y'all at? How y'all like that matchup?
Yeah.
They're scared.
They're scared. They're
scared.
terrified.
They're terrified right now.
They're terrified.
Yeah, they're scared.
They're hoping Aaron Donald gets into a fight so that they don't have to see him next week.
Only good thing is in Tampa, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It'd be in Tampa.
Be in Tampa.
Yeah.
Good weather in Tampa.
Yeah.
Hopefully they get Leonard Fournette back. That'll be a big addition for them.
Yeah.
But, we mentioned, offensive line, potential injuries with Tristan Wirfs and Jensen.
One thing I will say, though, is this game right here, because JJ's not playing, with a full game, they're not really getting any pressure on Stafford. That's something Shaq Barrett and them Bucks are going to bring next week. They'll bring that pressure.
Yeah. No,
So,
for sure.
I think it'd be definitely a different game than this, for sure.
I think it's going to be interesting with, the Ramsey-Evans matchup, right?
Yeah.
So you have the injuries at receiver with Tampa.
Yeah.
Who's going to step up?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, so you could pretty much discount. I mean, you could pretty much knock out Evans out of the equation, right? With Ramsey on him, I mean, he's going to be at least limited,
Right.
So then, what do you have? Scotty Miller.
Yeah.
With this pressure the Rams are bringing to Brady, man, it's gonna be a great matchup.
Yep.
I can see the Rams taking it, guys.
I could see it.
I could definitely see it as well. This Buccaneers team, yes, they're great, but they're not at full firepower.
Right, they're not healthy.
At all.
They're
At
not.
all.
And
And
I mean, we've seen Tom Brady do a lot with a lot less.
Right.
So, I wouldn't bet against the GOAT, but the way this Rams team looks right now, McDougal coming in with the chest saying he was going with the Cardinals, but now that looks like a bust.
Yeah.
You ain't lying, my brother.
Is Ramsey the best corner in the league?
I think it's hard to say otherwise.
How Trayvon Diggs feel about that?
Trayvon, I just don't feel like Trayvon locks down.
Yeah,
he's not locking down.
No, I mentioned
He remind me of
earlier, man.
like an old school, like Asante Samuel, like
Asante used to get them picks.
get the picks,
Yeah.
man, and it's a boom or bust. Like
That's actually what somebody I was speaking to during the game said. They said, he gambles too much. He goes after, too many picks to the point that if he doesn't get that pick, he's
Giving
getting
up a
beat
big
every
play.
time. Yeah, so it's true. It's very true.
McDougal said he'd rather play Call of Duty than watch the game.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Hey, McDougal, I'll be right there with you, my brother, playing Call of Duty right now. Packers 49ers. Oh yeah, for sure. That's gonna be probably best game of the weekend. I don't know. There's Rams and
Both gonna be great there.
it's all gonna be a good game.
Yeah,
It's hard to
yeah.
call it.
I mean, only 8 teams left.
Yeah.
Only 8 teams left.
Who you got, McDougal? You called it. Hey, Packers 49ers, man. Who you got, bro? Who you got?
How do y'all like this new setup where only, the top seed getting the bye versus the top 2?
I like it.
I kind of like it.
Me too.
It gives teams
3 games.
Yeah, it gives teams like like the Eagles this year, or what should have been the Chargers, but it gives those teams that can make some noise, man.
Yeah,
I like it
Sneak
too
up in
because it not only does it give an extra team allow an extra team a chance to sneak in there, but it really allows that number 1 team to show their dominance. Like the ones that played the best for the entire season, they deserve being. There's a lot of teams that used to, I feel like, sneak into that second that second bye spot.
Yeah.
And I think it allows you to see that top tier.
Yeah. What I like about it as well is those years that I know we've had them in the past where the division winner doesn't really have a good record, but because they won the division, they're in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so now it takes another team that maybe didn't win the division, but has 8, 9, 10 wins, and now can really get in there and make some noise.
Yep.
So
you mean like where you have a 5-11 or a 6-10 NFC East team?
Oh,
yeah, for sure. Yep. And they get matched up with maybe a 9-win,
right?
AFC North team,
right?
Or AFC West team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
it's
helps weed out
some of the garbage.
Teams. Yeah, some garbage teams.
Yeah, I think it's good that that number 1 team really has something to play for.
Exactly.
Yep.
McDougal said the Packers. He said he got the Packers over the Niners.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to bet against the Packers, man.
In Green Bay.
Yeah, it's hard to.
With the elements.
But we talked about a little earlier, man, this matchup between 5 touchdown throwing QBs this week, between Josh Allen and Patty Mahomes next week. Got Buffalo going to KC.
I like the Bills.
How you like it?
I like the Bills. I like the Bills.
Those are my playoff team.
They're going to KC?
They're going to KC.
Oh, man. Yeah, I like the Bills. I like the Bills. Bills Mafia, man.
Bills Mafia.
Bills Mafia. You saw the guy jump off and break the table?
Yeah, that's a different people up there, man, in Buffalo.
Yeah.
You seen Ryan Fitzpatrick with his shirt off? In the stadium there.
Yeah.
That's gonna be it's gonna be a
They're
fun
overdue,
game.
man.
Yeah.
Their history just has been so.
You mentioned it last week, all those years, the Cowboys and Niners going back, and y'all were going to play the Bills.
Yeah. Beat up on the Bills. They lost 4 in a row.
Yeah, 4 in a row, man.
Thurman Thomas days.
Yep. Yeah, Josh Allen's he's a different animal, man.
Yeah.
He's a different. He's Cam Newton, but with that Patty Mahomes throwing arm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he can sling it.
A better decision maker.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Think he's a better decision maker than Patty Mahomes?
The Cam Newton.
No, Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
Yeah, Cam Newton.
Where do the Cards go from here?
They got to get healthy. I mean, they got one of the best receivers in the league, DeAndre Hopkins. They got a great quarterback.
Yep.
Um,
got decent weapons behind DeAndre.
Yeah.
Just keep adding to that defense, man.
I agree.
Keep adding to that defense. Get healthy. Maybe you get another year with J.J. Watt. Chandler Jones is a freak. Buda Baker.
He met him there.
Speaking of Watt.
You know what? Yeah. I mean, keep adding to that defense, man.
Still
look
down 3 touchdowns.
Look at these teams. I mean, look at that division as a whole, man. That's a tough division.
NFC
It
West.
was.
You got to bring it every game.
Mhm.
Every game. You know, because the team that we all said was the disappointing team is that's not in the playoffs is Seattle.
Seahawks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
That's gonna decide on is what happens to Russ. You know,
yeah,
that entire team is gonna decide on that.
and they had a couple things go their way with injuries or whatever. I mean, they could easily be in.
Yeah,
in
the
the
NFC
playoffs.
West is definitely the toughest
Loaded.
division in the
Mhm.
NFC.
For sure.
In the North, right? Well, no, the North's it's just the Vikings and Green Bay,
Yep.
pretty much.
And
Yeah,
Detroit and
it's-
Chicago.
Yeah, trash.
It's both West. I think both West have, AFC and NFC
Yeah,
have,
because Kansas City,
yeah.
San Diego Chargers,
Yeah.
the Broncos,
Chargers, Raiders.
Broncos.
correct, Raiders.
Once Broncos get a quarterback,
Yeah,
they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy that they almost made the playoffs this year and no quarterback game whatsoever.
Yeah.
Whatsoever.
Yeah, Teddy, right?
Teddy
Teddy,
until Drew Lock came in.
Yeah.
And once Teddy got hurt, and
Yeah.
between the two of them, they don't make one good quarterback.
Yeah, you got to get Broncos a quarterback, man. You got to keep adding to that defense with the Chargers.
Yeah.
Add to that defense. That offense is there. You just need that defense to step up. And
the Raiders,
Vegas,
you need like 8 less things to happen to you in a season.
yeah. Get a weapon, man. Get another weapon to step up on the outside, man.
They had one. I mean, it just
Yeah.
the chips didn't roll
Yeah,
and
you're
fall
right, you're
correctly.
Yeah.
Um,
You're right.
I mean, he was an animal.
He was.
Henry was an animal.
He was. Speedster.
Yeah.
On and off the field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bad decision making, bro. Tough.
Pardon me.
Horrible. Yeah, too
Pardon
soon.
me. Too soon.
Too soon.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
Too soon,
Too
man.
soon.
I apologize. My apologies.
Yeah, that's good. That was pretty good. Oh my goodness.
But the Raiders, man, they took a big loss to Cincy. We chopped it up a little earlier, man.
That was my pick too. You know, I wanted the Raiders. I thought the Raiders would win that game. They had opportunity to go down and, at least tie the game
Mm-hmm.
late.
I was actually watching that game with Steve Moss, man. Hey, if you still out, if you watching, man, hold your head, kid.
Shout out to Steve.
But
Mhm.
I was watching the game with him, and he was saying, "Hey, man, if we score here, we need to go for 2.
Yeah,
And
to win the game now.
Just win it.
Win the
Yeah.
game now. Yeah.
And he couldn't have been more right about that because, since he's hot, man. Since he's hot, you ain't want to go into overtime with those guys.
Yeah, early on in that game, man, there was a lot of self-inflicted injury, like wounds, like penalties with the Raiders, man. A lot of injury, a lot of penalties early, a lot of injuries. They had a couple injuries as well. But Josh Jacobs, the bright spot in that game. Josh Jacobs looked good.
Mm-hmm. He did.
But it was just too much Joe Burrow, man. Too
Yeah.
much cool Joe. Too much Jamar Chase, CJ Uzama.
At the end of the day, man, I feel like a lot of these games were determined because of poor decision making and penalties and stuff.
Yeah.
That's how the Cowboys lost, right?
14.
I was watching the Eagles game, and Jason Kelsey hadn't been called for a single holding call the entire season.
Man, and a couple of them were
Ain't
some ghost calls, by the way. There was a couple
and
ghost.
what he had 2 or 3.
Yeah. That was, I mean,
Oh.
that was the big factor was those penalties, man. Huge penalties. You start the game off with they called the roughing the passer, but it wasn't really like.
And then he had one late in the game too.
Yeah. You called it
when they was trying to make a run, man. So
good call on Kelsey. Yeah, he got called for a couple big penalties, but yeah, you mentioned it with the
penalties,
Cowboys as well.
penalties will
14.
kill you, man.
Yeah,
Penalties
especially in the
will kill you.
playoffs when every inch and every yard matters.
At the end
Man.
of the day, what is a penalty, man? It's a play against yourself, man.
3 yards.
Yeah,
Especially when you give up, like those PIs the offsides where it's a free play. I mean, some of those turn to big plays. It's a free play. They just chuck it up downfield. And
when you get over here giving up more penalties than actual offensive plays, man, you ain't gonna win the game
no
at all.
penalties and turnovers. will lose you the game.
Next week's good. So all right, so it's looking like the Rams and the Bucks. We got Green Bay and the Niners. Talked about Cincy and Tennessee, and then we got Kansas City and Buffalo, man. Oh man. That's 8 heavy hitters.
Heavy hitters.
8 heavy hitters, man.
I think it's who we all thought was going to be there as well. It's like,
Stone Cold
man,
Rock,
McDougal
man.
said he got the Bills going to the Super Bowl, man. That's the Super Bowl.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick.
You got Bills and Green Bay. He said he got Green Bay beating Niners next week. McDougal.
Green Bay and Bills. Green Bay and Buffalo.
Is that what you got? Green Bay, Buffalo? That's a cold game regardless.
Being SoFi, though.
Oh, they're going to be in SoFi.
They'll
They'll be in SoFi.
That's fun. I like that.
Yeah, I like that too.
That's not bad.
Josh Allen versus Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I like that.
Stephon Diggs.
We got to see,
Devonte Adams.
Brady against, Mahomes last year.
Yeah.
Maybe a little Aaron Rodgers against Josh Allen this year.
And they both have similar playing styles, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think that'll
Strong
be good.
arm.
Yeah, can move the pocket.
Yeah.
Is this where the new age takes over the old age?
Oh my God! Receiver has to get better position there.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Rams sending Brady home. That's the best.
Rams sending Brady home?
I can see it.
And you also said to tell the Cowboys fans to keep your head up.
Appreciate you, dog.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, dog.
Hold your
head up, man.
Sounded
Give
real
that
genuine. Appreciate that. We still here, baby.
Man, them Cowboys, man. I'll tell you what.
Man, we got to make some moves, man. We got to get rid of this coach.
1995, man. That was the last time y'all made some noise, man.
A buddy was over. He was like, "Man, I wasn't even born yet." Last time the Cowboys.
I'm telling you.
Let's go, Kyler. Oh yeah,
Christian Kirk. That's why I asked you when I met you. I was like, well, "How old are you?" That's how I gauge a Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you older than
I
this
seen it.
age,
I saw the glory years, man.
So you there.
Michael Irvin was my favorite player coming up.
That's a good
I
one.
played receiver.
Mhm.
Um,
How you feel about Dez taking his number?
Then CD.
Yeah, and then
CD.
CD. Like, yeah.
Well, I think
why
the
don't they
Cowboys need to
retire that
retire the
number? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why
Retire
don't
the
they-
number.
I said that a long time ago. Why didn't they retire that number?
Yeah, I don't know. They need to retire the number.
Yeah.
But have they retired Emmett's number? I don't think Emmett's number's
not.
retired.
Yeah. I guess if you ain't retire Emmett, then you
Yeah.
Is there 22 on the team?
I don't think.
I don't know.
No, but I don't think his
I don't
number's
think there's
retired.
22
though.
on the team, but
Yeah,
I don't think it's
Dion
retired.
not retired either.
Yeah. They will have to retire Dion number in multiple locations.
Yep.
Atlanta, San Fran, and Dallas.
yeah. Oh, for sure.
Prime.
Prime
Shout out
time.
to Coach Prime, man. You
Coach
doing
Prime
your
time,
thing,
Jackson
Coach.
State.
You
Get
doing
off the
your
phone.
thing, Coach.
Speak on that, man.
Yeah.
100 subscribers.
Ding,
man.
ding, 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 ding.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's big. That's a big
That is
accomplishment.
a
JV
compliment.
Sports out here hitting bonuses, man. Thank you for all you guys who subscribing on YouTube. Thanks for all the likes. We appreciate them all, man.
Yeah, man. That's love.
Keep them coming, man.
For sure.
Love.
Keep them coming. We appreciate it.
Man, there's so much, man. It's just, that's big, man.
Yeah, that is big.
That's there's
Yeah, that's a great accomplishment, man. Shout out to y'all for being consistent, doing your thing, man.
Man, consistency is key, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you coming back to the show.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think I was going to get a hold of you after yesterday.
Oh, it was tough. It was tough, man. I literally didn't talk to anyone.
My man literally changed his number. He changed his number. He did. He changed his number within the last 48 hours.
Legit.
Had me like, he ain't showing.
Since we ain't really got much to talk about, I got a wild question. I'll throw you on the spot. Who's your favorite all-time Gator and who's your favorite, like, maybe current Gator?
Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith? Okay.
Emmitt Smith. I pledged Phi Beta Sigma at the University of Florida, so he's technically my frat brother.
Okay.
So Emmitt Smith, I follow coming up.
Okay. Any current Gators that you follow? Or?
Man, I'm watching AR-15, man.
Okay.
AR-15. And you know what's crazy is that they're bringing Emory. So Emory withdrew, from what I understand, out of the transfer portal.
Okay.
So it's going to be very, very interesting. And Coach Napier is saying that is Emery's going to have a fresh start.
Okay.
But being that he's a redshirt senior, this is last year eligibility.
Yep.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't like what I saw from Emery this year.
No.
So I think it should be AR-15's turn. I think it should be his team. So I don't know, man. Are we going to move Emery to a different position?
That's a good question.
Like, I mean, we could put him at a receiver.
That's a good question.
So it's interesting. If I were Emory Jones, I would have transferred. So I'm just curious as to see how that's going to go. But great question. Great question.
No, that's good. That's dope. Anybody in the league? Any
Elam
Gators?
Elam corner with the
Matt
Dolphins.
Elam.
Yeah.
He's a good one.
Who else?
Haven't really been any big time Gators recently.
Well, Kyle Pitts.
Oh yeah,
Kyle
Kyle Pitts. How could I forget Kyle Pitts?
Pitts in Atlanta.
Yeah,
How could I forget
he's
Kyle
the
Pitts?
best one in the league right now.
Yeah, he's an animal.
He had a great year.
Yeah,
right?
he's an animal, bro. He's a matchup problem.
He is.
Yeah, we need some more Gator wide receivers, more, some more running backs.
We ain't had one since Percy Harvin, right?
Percy was the one last really good receiver from the Gators.
Yeah.
He was nothing but a headache. Literally.
Injury.
Yeah.
Literally
a headache. Yeah.
Injury prone.
Hey, no, it's funny that you brought up Percy, man, because I actually went on a little YouTube, a little rabbit hole and just watching old Percy Harvin. Like, I was like, man, Percy was
fast.
He was a monster.
Percy was a beast.
He was a game changer.
Yeah.
Percy
was a beast.
He was another one. Almost like a Deebo Samuel. They could get it to him anywhere on the field.
That's right.
So
I mean, we were speedy at Florida.
McDougal said Leonard Floyd is the one that got injured. Leonard Floyd, defensive end,
Yeah, we were speedy. We were speedy at Florida.
Those years with Chris Leak and Tebow and
crazy running backs. We had out of Lakeland. I can't Demps.
Yep, Jeff
We had
Demps.
Demps, and we had the one out of Lakeland. I can't remember his name right now, but we were fast.
Yep.
Like lightning fast at every position on offense.
Track speeds.
Yeah, track speed. They were track stars. Yeah. Rainey.
Yeah.
Chris Rainey and Jeff Demps with Percy.
Yep.
We were fast.
Yeah, they were fast.
Had an old Eagle, what's the white boy? Cooper.
Yeah. He's the one that got in trouble with the Jets. Yeah. Riley Cooper.
Riley Cooper.
Yep.
That old Eagle.
Yep. We were good, man.
Yeah.
The Gators were good. Urban Meyer had the offensive playing style to use for the speed. I miss those days of the Gators putting up 50 points a game.
That's what I'm saying.
Steve Spurrier days.
For real.
Yeah, where them Gators at, man?
Yeah, we just put up numbers. Like, it's gonna be a track. It's gonna be a track race. Beat us, outscore us.
In that swamp.
Yeah,
man.
Outscore us.
Those were the days, man. We got to get the Gators back to them.
Yeah.
Stafford's still throwing the ball?
Stafford.
I like what we're doing with the coaching move. I think Napier's gonna be successful. Nice young coach coming in.
Yeah, had a couple coaching changes. It's time to get some stability in that coach and the head coach for the Gators.
Yeah.
Baker got injured.
Yeah. Oh, did he?
Yeah, they need to keep the ball on the ground right now anyway.
That's Cam? You can just tell when it's Cam.
Yeah. You ain't see the crackback?
That's a different level, different speed right
You
there.
see that crackback?
He's out of Florida State, right?
Florida State boy.
Yeah.
He pretty much held that team together on his back. That was a bad Florida State team.
Yes, 93 yards from scrimmage. Hey, I said they was going to get him more involved this game, right?
We talked about it.
I think the last running back that I remember that came out the Gators that had a little bit of noise was Matt Jones.
Right.
With, Washington.
Washington.
Right. Yeah.
That ended quick.
Yeah. Who else was there? It was another one from
might have been that same
from Washington, I think.
Gator? A Gator? From Washington?
Maybe not.
I know Matt Jones.
There
is another one though.
Might have been Florida State.
LaMichael Piron.
Michael
Piron with the Jets.
There we go.
Jets. LaMichael Piron.
Yeah.
LaMichael Piron with the Jets. like 6th round draft pick, I believe he was with the Jets,
Yeah,
who showed splashes his rookie year, man. But the Jets continue to run Tevin Coleman, and I do like Ty Johnson, who they got over there. But Michael Piron.
I like what they got now. I like Michael Carter.
Michael Carter, yeah.
I like Michael Carter. You know, he actually reminds me of old MJD. You know what I'm saying?
Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like a little fire hydrant,
ball.
You know, a little bowling ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he can catch the ball out the backfield just like MJD did too, you know? So, I mean, that's my best comparison for Michael Carter.
Yeah, it's a good look. I just don't, me personally.
And on a trash team, just like
personally,
MJD
I don't think he's a one. Like, I don't look at him and say, all right, I got Michael Carter and I'm good at running back. Like, I think I want to add one more if
he's
I'm
a
the
little
Jets
small.
And have Michael Carter be my spell back, somebody that can, you know, my Deebo Samuel type, you know, do a little catching, a little bit of running.
Did you see that clip I sent you?
Which one?
Where DJ Williams was talking about the Spygate in Denver? You didn't see that? Oh, you have to watch that clip. He literally said that who was a coach? Came from the Patriots and went to Denver to become the head coach. He was an OC, I think.
Oh, Josh McDaniels.
Josh McDaniels. He legit said that he was like, man, it was the best preparation I had for a game. Like, they would say, hey, man, if he makes 2 taps, run to the hash. The ball's going to be there. He was like, come to find out, the week before, the cameraman got caught filming. He was like, we were cheating.
Oh, wow.
He said, we were cheating. I didn't even realize it.
Oh, man.
You have to watch that clip I said. It was on I Am Athlete with Brandon Marshall.
Okay, yeah, that podcast.
Yeah, I've been watching that, man. But he's like, man, we were cheating. Like, legit.
Brandon Marshall, UCF kid.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Mr. what? 21 receptions in one game, right?
Yeah, he was a beast.
Yeah, he was a monster, man.
Lake Howell.
Lake Howell?
Yeah. Lake Howell High School.
Lake Howell. Yeah. Oh, he used to beat up
Florida
Lake Howell.
boy.
Yeah.
Florida beat up Lake Howell all the time.
Yeah, I remember them boys, man.
Calvin Johnson.
Remember them Lake Howell years? I mean, a couple of Florida boys, Nick Clathis.
Clathis.
Chandler Parsons.
Chandler Parsons. I remember that basketball, yeah.
Those are Lake Howell years when they was good at basketball.
Yep, I remember that.
Florida boys.
All right, Cowboys fan. They added it now. Who you got going to the Super Bowl against Tennessee now? Got 4 teams left in this NFC.
That's a good one. That's a good one, man.
I think we're seeing them right now.
I like the Rams. I mean, Green Bay's Green Bay. I don't see the BUCS going. I do not see the BUCS going. And I don't see the Niners going. So
between Green Bay and the Rams.
I think that's,
And after everything you saw from the AFC this week, you still like the Titans?
Buffalo looks good too.
Yeah.
Buffalo looks good too.
Buffalo beat you. They can beat you at any level.
Yeah, so NFC Championship game, I think we got Green Bay and the Rams because the Rams going to Tampa, right? So then they beat Tampa. I think they handled Tampa. I think Green Bay handled San Fran. And I think that's going to be a great NFC Championship game.
Yeah, and then you got the Bills beating. Look, we got his whole Who You Got segment already. You know what I'm saying? He got the Bills over the Chiefs and the Titans over the Bengals.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue, man.
I mean, I'm curious to see what these opening lines look like. So do you think Tampa's going to be favored? I mean, they're going to have to be favored at home, right? Against the Rams?
You think so?
I'm taking money line.
Yeah. But it's going to be like 3 points, if anything.
Or less, maybe.
Smaller than that, I'm thinking.
Yeah. It's hard.
Because Vegas always gives the home team 3 points.
Yeah.
So really, I don't even think they are the
Rams.
favorites at this point in time.
I bet Green Bay is going to be a touchdown favorite against the Niners.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that as well. I can see that.
I can see that for sure.
And then we got the Bills and the Chiefs.
Bills and Chiefs.
I think that's probably going to have the highest over-under.
Yeah. And the Chiefs are at home.
Chiefs are at
But
home.
I think the Bills going to be favored in that game.
Think so?
Yeah, I just got that feeling.
Man, when I can't. I don't know, bro. I don't think. I'm watching that game, and is there anybody better off the line of scrimmage than Tyreek Hill? Like, just watching that man run routes, just his get off on the line of scrimmage.
0
to
60.
Just like that, man, just by you. Like, it's... I don't think there's anybody better, man.
He's a freak athlete.
And he's strong too, man. So, like, you know, he gets hit off the line and he battles through it.
I mean, I've been watching the lower body strength of these guys, like especially when they get to the end zone and they just flip, like bing, you know, and they just somersault into the end zone.
Yep.
I mean, I'm just like, man, the bounce is amazing. That's just strength, man.
That's a tough call, man. That's a tough call. That KC team is when they lights out, when they on.
And the Rams were probably underseeded.
Yeah,
like they're better than their seed.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, they lost a couple games that you scratch your head. It's like, come on, man.
But you know what? It was during that whole get it together phase. You know what I'm saying? They got Von Miller, Odell Beckham. They lost Robert Woods. That all happened within like a week span. You know, so and then they had their bye, like I think a week or two after that. So they went through a stretch where they literally had to put it all together and gel it real quick, and here we are. It's looking like they did good.
Yeah. Definitely did good.
I mean, they got no draft capital for the next few years. You know, they traded everything for Stafford and
win now approach.
Yep.
But
which I respect.
I mean, if it works, it works, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
if you get you a championship.
Yeah. All right, Bucks fans. Y'all got a heck of a week coming up.
Yeah, y'all got some prepping to do.
Strap that helmet up.
Yeah.
Bruce Arians, you need to stop hitting your men in the head and go hit some of these Rams in the head.
They got to get that offensive line healthy ASAP because Tom Brady can't move like Kyler moving.
Nah, not at all.
And we see where these boys
it's going to collapse quick.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
They played all three tight ends last week.
Yep,
I don't think they could take that approach with these boys. They're gonna be. I think they're gonna have to spread the field against these boys.
Quick passing game.
Yeah.
Ball out quick.
Yeah.
Screen plays.
Yeah. Ain't no power game against the Rams.
Man, it looks like this one's a wrap, man. But we're gonna be doing this a lot more often, JV sports fans. We got basketball games coming up soon. So, you know, continue to check out our lives, man.
You see that stat?
What we got here? Tom Brady, 41-55.
When they were week 3.
When they played each other?
Yeah. 340 yards, Stafford, 400 yards passing Tom Brady. Wow.
But I don't think Von Miller wasn't there.
No.
Odell wasn't there.
Yeah.
Cam Akers wasn't there.
No. Wow. Nope, this is a whole nother Rams team.
Wow. And Chris Godwin was there.
Mm-hmm.
They might have had Antonio Brown. I don't know. He was injured early in the season, but
it's game of the week.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I think it has to be.
I think so.
Especially because, like we said, the Rams are playing on Monday night, so they're probably going to have to try to
Sunday night game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big things coming, yeah.
Big things coming. JB Sports Room's not going anywhere, man. Keep checking us out. SportJV.com. We got our classic tip-off shirts, game time section up right now. Check out the Beast Mode section.
Like, subscribe, share.
That's it. Like, subscribe on YouTube. Continue to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, SportJV1.
Tell a friend, man.
Tell a friend, man.
Yeah, comments too. I mean, if y'all just disagree or agree with certain points,
we
definitely
love
comment.
The feedback.
Yeah.
We love the feedback.
Yeah.
All right, so since we just talked about all these games, that brings us straight to the Who You Got segment of the show. I know who I got. Who you got?
Well, I definitely know who I got. Who you got?
I don't know who you guys got, but I'm going undefeated. Who you got?
All right, so since we just got done seeing this game, we know the Rams, now they going to Tampa. Next weekend at 3:30.
Yeah, that's
who you
big.
got?
That's big, man. Sunday, 3:00 in Tampa. I think I got the Rams, man. I think I got the Rams. That defense looked real good in there.
Yeah, we talked about the defense all night, man. And thing I kept mentioning about Tampa Bay's offensive line.
Mhm.
Are they healthy? Banged up? Will they be able to block these guys? I agree. I'm going Los Angeles Rams upsetting Tampa Bay. Who you got?
It's tough, man, because obviously Tampa Bay has been my Super Bowl pick from jump. So you know what? I'm just going to put it like this. Until my pick gets beaten, I'm going to continue to go with my picks. Give me the Bucks.
Respect it.
I'm gonna keep it in the NFC, man. The next matchup, since my Cowboys are out, 49ers beat us this weekend. We got the 49ers at the Packers Saturday, 8:15. Who you got?
Oh man, this is a tough one. Shout out to J Money, man, but going Green Bay.
Yeah, nah. They going to Green Bay.
Yep, to Lambeau.
Frozen tundra. West Coast team going straight to the cold. I don't like that for San Fran at all. Hey, J Money, good pick on them beating the Cowboys last week. But I don't think they beating Green Bay this week. Give me the Packers.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers is a dog, man. He's a blue-eyed bandit. He's a monster. He's an animal. Give me Green Bay in the frozen tundra.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got one. I'm going to switch it now to the AFC, man. I'm going to leave the fireworks for last. Let's go down to Cashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
We're going Cincinnati Bengals taking on the number 1 seeded Tennessee Titans. Who y'all got?
Big, physical, strong team. That's what you
Yes, sir.
described them as last week, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Them boys been sitting, resting,
Yep.
waiting for this opportunity. And I don't see them letting it slip past, man. Them Tennessee Titans are ready.
Yeah, man. I thought the Raiders were going to knock the Bengals out. Obviously, I was wrong on that pick. Yeah, big, physical, fast team.
Yep.
Give me the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, boys called it, man. Big physical versus fast, athletic, fireworks. I'm taking them young boys in Cincinnati.
Woo!
Cool Joe Burrow. They're the hottest team in the league. Give me them Bengals.
Hottest team in the league. So he takes the hottest team in the league to face off against whoever comes out of this last game.
Yep.
In the
Buffalo.
AFC Championship.
Going to Kansas City.
Yep.
Who y'all got?
Hey, we saw this matchup. Stephon Diggs stayed on the field last year, watching them celebrate, going to the Super Bowl. I'm taking Josh Allen and them Buffalo Bills to beat up on KC and go to the AFC Championship. I got the Bills.
Wow, man. I mean, the Chiefs' experience, they've been here before.
Yep.
Can never count Patty Mahomes out. Andy Reid is a great coach. I mean, what he's going to draw up to go against the Bills is going to be nothing less than spectacular. But give me the Bills, man.
Ooh,
Give me the Bills.
I like it.
Josh Allen's playing great, man. But I'll be more than happy to go with Kansas City and Patty Mahomes solo dolo here. Give me Kansas City.
I ain't mad at it. Hey, y'all let us know who y'all got, man.
Man.
Who y'all got in the comments.
Let me know who y'all got, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Great
It's gonna be
wild
fun.
card weekend.
Yeah, it was.
Mhm.
Great wild card weekend. Next weekend's going to be
Even better.
Yeah,
Yes.
man, we're in that division
Even
round,
better.
Yes.
so
I don't see as many blowouts happening this weekend.
No.
Should be
no.
fun, man.
Gonna
Tune
be-
in, guys. All right, well, we're going to wrap it up here, guys, man. Like I said, man, thank you guys very much for checking us out, man.
big
Make
100.
sure you,
100 subscribers.
allowing us to hit 100 subscribers, man. We there. That's the first landmark. JV Sports going to keep rolling. We're going to keep doing this live thing. Probably have a live basketball show next week. I know my bad basketball fans. We owe you guys a little bit this week. But yeah, man, continue to check us out. Follow us, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, SportJV1. Check us out at sportjv.com. My man Jarvis, appreciate you pulling
Much
up
love,
for the
brother.
show, man.
Much love.
Big J, holding down the Kobe corn over there. J Money, we missed you, man. Hey, but I ain't think you want to come on here and talk about the Niners getting beat up by Green Bay this week anyway, man. So, hey, man. Appreciate you guys watching. That's all the time we got for today, though. We out of
Salute.
here.
Yeah.